Aiden Shaw is someone that's been categorized as naive, foolish, and even downright dumb by many fans of the show, not to mention other characters in the show. Was our Paul Bunyan just a doe-eyed fool that got played over and over again? Or did he see it all coming from a mile away? I couldn't help but wonder, did Aiden know what we know? Hello there and welcome to my channel where I analyze and talk about TV shows that I like. Around here, the curtain is blue for a reason. There's always a reason. Let's discuss. There's two significant examples that I'd like to point out in this video that shows how perceptive Aiden actually was. The first one, did Aiden know that Carrie cheated? Or was going to cheat? Let's tackle that. There are quite a few signs that we can see Aiden picking up on when Carrie started having an affair with Big. In season 3 episode 10, All or Nothing, Carrie and Big sleep together for the second time, while she's with Aiden and he's with Natasha. This time, however, it was at Carrie's apartment. Big says, "Next time we're going to a hotel. I can smell the guy on your sheets. Wood chips and Paco Rabanne." If Big can smell Aiden on the sheets, Aiden would definitely be able to smell Big. Carrie was 2 steps ahead of this and threw the sheets off before Aiden came back. But even Carrie was nervous about reeking of Big. If Big could smell him, could he smell Big on me? Not at this moment, since he says to Carrie that he loves her for the first time, but he's met with a silent stare. Was that too much? Around Trenton, I thought I shouldn't say it. No, I love you too. Aiden then kind of squints at Carrie as if he was thinking something's up, or did she mean that? It's very subtle and by itself means absolutely nothing, but let me continue. Big calls Carrie while Aiden and her are hanging out doing crossword puzzles. "Hello? I need to see you." "Miranda, I'll call you back." "I'm downstairs. If you don't come down, I'm coming up." "Right, I'll call you later." Aiden turns to look at Carrie because what was that conversation? She's never answered the phone like that with an immediate, "Hi Miranda, I'll call you back." Unless her and Aiden were in the middle of something, but they weren't, they were just casually hanging out. Aiden picks up on this. She says that she's going to take Pete out for a walk so she can go see Big downstairs. Pete, of course, runs off and she's running around looking for him for 3 hours. Pete had made his way home and Aiden says, "Jesus, I was worried about you." But this scene isn't really expanded on. So he was just sitting in her apartment and then 20 minutes go by, 30 minutes, an hour, and then what? Pete knocked on the door? No, he must have gone out to look for her and walked around the block, and then Pete ran up to him or was waiting downstairs. Then another 2 hours went by? Did Aiden just sit in her apartment and wait those 2 hours? If he thought she was hurt or something, he would have called the police or kept running around the city looking for her, surely. But she arrives home and he's just hanging out, and so is Pete. This whole situation tipped off Aiden. He knew she wasn't kidnapped or anything like that, and he knew something was up. But unfortunately, at this moment, he concluded that she's smoking again and not cheating on him. But just because Carrie confessed that she started smoking again doesn't mean he's not still suspicious of her, and he is starting to pay more attention. Next episode, season 3, episode 11, you can even see Carrie kissing Aiden differently. I mean, come on, she's like super spaced out and just keeping her mouth open lazily. Compare this to all the other times we've seen them kiss. It's different. If we, the viewers, can tell a difference, then Aiden definitely can. Then, of course, she has an issue with Aiden's typical noises that he makes, when she never had a problem with it before. I can't breathe. She pushes him off. "Where are you going?" "I'm gonna go home. I need a little time." A little time to think. It's really starting to add up. Her behavior is different. Things are bothering her that never bothered her before. Even the initial "I love you" felt off. Aiden has never stormed off home before like this. "I'm sorry." Carrie repeatedly apologizes, and Aiden never turns around and says, "Hey, it's okay, don't worry about it, all is well," like he normally does. He's usually more communicative with her when an issue comes up. Compare this to when Carrie started acting weird and wanted him to act distant and less available when his parents were coming into town. Maybe we should see each other less, and then we'll miss each other more. It's just, you're so available to me, and I'm so available to you. Maybe we're both just too, available. Carrie, it's no big deal. I have a life. I'm just making room for you in it. But in this scene, he's shutting down. He's completely silent, and he's just getting his things and trying to get the hell out of there ASAP. It takes Carrie saying to him, "Say it's okay," for him to actually say it's okay. She has to prompt him to say this. "I'm just in a weird place right now, but I'll be out of it soon, I promise." "What can I do?" Nothing. It's me. It's all me. I just need time to figure it out. Maybe I'll give you a little room to do that. I'll be downtown, he says as he leaves. We don't see Aiden again after this. The episode focuses on Big and Carrie continuing their affair, with the final culmination in Big's apartment. After the ER visit with Natasha, Carrie heads home and, surprise, Aiden is in her apartment. Why is he there? What a coincidence. He's just hanging out in her apartment waiting to surprise her. What happened to giving her a little room to figure things out? It's almost as if he went to her apartment to check up on her because he knows something is off. He saw she wasn't home, so he just waited. Maybe he'd catch her bringing someone home. There's a definite parallel to be made here. We have Natasha who shows up at her apartment unexpectedly, possibly on purpose to catch Big, since she says, "I knew you were having an affair," as she chases Carrie down the stairs. And now we have Aiden who shows up unexpectedly at Carrie's apartment. The show likes to do this a lot in episodes where very similar things will happen to two different characters, and then we get to compare how everyone reacts and handles the situation. Except in this episode, both situations involve Carrie. Where you been all day? So he's been there for how long? Hours? He's got a beer cracked out. He's doing some work laid out in front of him. This guy had a whole stakeout in play. Oh, I just went to a museum. Was walking around. Oh yeah? How was that? He even does this little head shake while asking it, like, oh yeah, really? Did you also see the Pope on the street today too? It's really subtle, but the acting is phenomenal here. Season 3, episode 12, Aiden has caught on, and he knows it's not just about smoking, there's something else. 3 a.m., Carrie sneaks out of Aiden's apartment and goes to smoke on the stoop. She almost tells him about the affair, but chickens out at the last moment. Let's go back and go to bed. No, I should get home. My stuff for the wedding is at home. Alright, I'll come with you. No, stay here. Just pick me up in the morning. And look at Aiden's face here. He looks incredibly worried, like maybe he thinks she's going to someone's house now at 3 a.m. The next morning, Carrie opens the door for Aiden and immediately announces that she's falling behind and that they're going to be late. Time is ticking and they have to go. Aiden decides now is a great time to act super cuddly. Not because he wants to be late for Charlotte's wedding, but because he was so put off by what happened last night. It's as if he wants to ask plainly, hey, is there something going on? Is there something you need to tell me? He starts off by calling her hot and smacks her butt. She doesn't reciprocate any affection. We know that it's because she feels guilty and she's just trying to get ready, but Aiden thinks it's because she's pulling away for him. I don't think in this moment she was pulling away. I think she was genuinely just trying to get ready really quickly, but all of the other clues are piled up high in Aiden's head, so he's not gonna let it go. Then he randomly brings up, I thought maybe one day I'd build us a love seat. Maybe. This maybe by Carrie is done a few times in the show. It's almost like a signature move. There's a few times where Carrie says, maybe, haha, or yeah, haha, and she kind of trails off, and it's supposed to tell us, the audience, that she's extremely unsure and she's just trying to change the subject. Season 3, episode 13, when Matthew McConaughey is talking to Carrie about the movie. Look at him, he is such a great guy. I don't know anybody any cooler than Mr. Big. The only question is, what the fuck is Carrie's problem? What do you think? Well, I don't particularly think it was just her problem. He had some commitment issues. That's bullshit, Carrie, and you know it. Cut. Kidding, I'm acting. That's what I do. See what I mean? That's why I want to develop the story with you. I'm Mr. Big. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's... Again, if we can catch on, her significant other can catch on too. Come here, you never let me hold you anymore. Why do you keep running away? What a random, out of nowhere statement from Aiden. This is the confrontation, the passive confrontation. What is going on between us, he wants to ask. What are you afraid of? This is Aiden projecting. As he says this, he kind of looks off to the right and looks down before looking at Carrie. He does this when he's dancing around a subject and when he's omitting the truth. You see him do it a lot when him and Carrie are together the second time around, and Carrie starts asking questions about this lady he was hanging around with. In this scene, what Aiden really wanted to say, instead of, what are you afraid of? Because why is he randomly bringing up fear or anxiety right now? is that he's anxious, he's afraid, he wants to say that. He knows it's the end and he's already lost her. He's just waiting for it to all come out. Aiden, I slept with my ex-boyfriend. You slept with that guy? This look of shock would make you think that he's completely surprised, like he didn't see all of this coming, but I disagree. I think Aiden knew Carrie was cheating. He just didn't think it was physical cheating, but rather emotional cheating. This scene is supposed to be him trying to dig deeper and confront Carrie. He brings up the love seat he wants to build them. He brings up the lack of intimacy. He feels the distance that she's been putting between them, and he's not even sure she meant that "I love you" that she said a few episodes ago. My theory is that Aiden has been thinking this whole time, since the clues started dropping, that Carrie doesn't love him, that she's not ready for a serious relationship with him, that she still has feelings for someone else, or that she's still casually dating other people and keeping her options open. He never thought that she actually slept with someone else. He never thought she physically cheated. The second example of Aiden's perceptiveness is his line when him and Carrie broke up. "I just know myself. This isn't the kind of thing I can get over." Well, guess what? He was 100% right. If it's just a stupid piece of paper, then why do we need it? Because I need it. I want to make this official and lock this thing down. I want the whole wide world to know that you're mine. Who else's would I be? Oh my god, you still don't trust me. Then in the second film, which I know a lot of people don't like, he does say something that I always found interesting. "I have a confession to make. I already knew you were married. You let me go through all of that? Yeah, my wife showed me something on the internet. You know, she always kind of kept one eye on you, the one that got away." So, funnily enough, not only is Aiden perceptive, but so is Kathy. She somehow knew that Aiden had Carrie on the back burner in his heart, always wondering if she's alone at home, single, and possibly waiting for him, waiting to see if Carrie and Big would get back together and get married. The one who got away, the one who Big stole from him. Aiden always knew what we know, that Carrie has space in her heart for Big and Big alone, even in the sequel show, and just like that, spoiler alert for the last season by the way, they break up again, and guess what? It's because of Big. How is it possible that Big breaks them up from the grave? Season 3, episode 9 of And Just Like That. "I hate to admit it, but you're right. I do have trust issues with you around other men. I have done nothing. Do you hear yourself? How jealous and suspicious you sound? Well, can you blame me?" This isn't someone that is having a huge realization about himself, someone learning new information. This is information he has known for decades at this point. And hold your horses, I don't want a bunch of comments saying, "Well, Carrie deserved it because of what she did." Listen, if you get back together with the person that cheated on you and you say you've forgiven them and you say you're ready to start fresh, you can't keep punishing the person the second time around, the third time around, and then the fourth time around 20 years later. That is diabolical. And I don't want this to seem like I'm defending Carrie at all, because I'm not. We are just talking about Aiden in this video and his perceptiveness, his changes in his behavior, and subtle pieces of information that we can see Aiden processing and accepting. Aiden has always been perceptive. He's always been aware of his feelings, and he's been more in the know than we've realized. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. Did Aiden see all of this coming? Was he completely blindsided? Do you think he was perceptive to the changes in his personality that stayed with him for decades? Let me know in the comments, and if you have a suggestion for the next video, feel free to leave that in the comments as well. Thanks so much for watching. See y'all next time.